everyone, good afternoon and welcome to our live product showcase again. My name is Yui and I will also be your host for today. So before we start today's show, let me introduce to you our brand again. As usual, ESTRON Marketing is a Singapore local brand that has been established for nearly 20 years. And other than supplying for glass hardware for the glass door needs, we actually also have one special and unique service, and that is to fabricate movable glass systems. So now people would ask, what are movable glass partition systems? So they are actually those systems that you could see in shopping malls. So for example, in a shop front or like a bank outlet, you can see their closure. They are using this kind of system, the one behind me, like this. So movable glass partition, they actually create a very transparent feel for the retailers, because when the shop is closed, instead of using the usual shutter rollers, some retailers would use a transparent movable glass partition. So when the shop is closed and shopper walk by, they could see what they are selling. So subconsciously, they also create a marketing effect for the retailers. All right. So in ESTRON, we fabricate two kinds of movable glass partition. Number one, it's the slide and stack SS100 or the slide and fold SF100. So this product behind me that you see here, the one that's close up, this system is called the slide and stack glass partition SS100. So this is the more commonly seen system in shopping malls. The other one, SF100, is bifold system, and it's more commonly seen in residential or office spaces. Okay, so as this name suggests, SS100, it means slide and stack. So the panels are able to slide individually, one by one panel, and they would be stacked into this space we call the parking bay. All right. So let me first demonstrate to you how we open and close this SS100. So for our movable glass partition system, you can see that there are top rail and bottom rail. So the top rail, its function is to hold rollers, and the rollers would go into the top hung track so that the glass panel can move around. And the bottom rail, it is to store latches and locks so that you can secure your glass panel into the ground when it's closed. All right, and some people would want to know what material do we use for this system. Because this hardware is made up of little accessories and parts, so they are also made of different materials. If you are interested in knowing what specifically they are made of, you can contact us and we will be able to advise you so. All right. So SS100, it has a lot of possible configuration, meaning there are a lot of ways to install it. There are several kinds of parking bay. There are several ways you could arrange your glass panel to move around. Okay, so this configuration over here, it consists of this swing door at the first panel. All right, this is a swing door, and it also acts like an entrance door. Okay. So for example, this is a wall and this is your system. This swing door, when you open it, it's an entrance door. People could come in and come out, and you can close it easily. All right. So we'll open the first panel up, and then we'll do the other panels. From the second panels, you would see latches in the bottom rail. So we'll lift it up and we'll move it, turn it into the parking bay. So this is very straightforward and very simple. It's also very easy to move, despite it looking very heavy and sturdy. All right. So same for the other panels. All right. There would be this latch. This is called a 7-pin latch. All right. As you can see, there's one protruding pin over here coming out of the door rail. All right. We lift it up. It's very easy. You just have to pull it up. If you want to lock it, you just press it down. All right. This is how we do the latch. So to release the panel, we just have to leave it out and we pull it out, turn it into the parking bay. Okay, so we'll do the same for the remaining panels. We'll leave it out and turn it. The slide and stack 100 is very flexible, so in any case you don't want to open up all your panels, you can just leave one or leave two panels at the end and untouched. It's no problem. It doesn't affect much. All right, last panel, we'll just leave the latch and push it into the parking bay. Okay, so now all the panels are being parked into the parking bay. This system is considered fully open up. All right, so as you can see, this system, we also have limitations to the glass height and the glass width. For this system that you see over here, the width of the glass is 750 mm, which is about the common size of a HDB room door, which is a common bedroom door. All right, and the height, the limit can go up to 3.6 meters. The width, it can go up to 1 meter. All right. So now let me close up this system. Okay, we'll show you about the 7-pin latch again. Okay, we just have to pull the panels out and pull it back into the right position. You will find floor socket in the ground for the latch to go in. Once it reaches the correct position, you'll be able to push the latch down. In any case that it's not at the right position, like if the alignment is not correct, you will not be able to push the 7-pin down to lock your panels. All right? So let me pull the other panels out as well. Okay, so it fits into the protruding pin and we lock it in. All right? This system, the maximum glass thickness we can do is up to 21.52 mm, all right? If you can see this latch here, okay, this is a 7-pin latch. It's protruding because at this moving panel, where we lock it down, it locks this moving panel so that it doesn't get wobbly, all right? You can see if I push the panel now, it will have a little bit of sound, but it's not that wobbly because it's latched into the ground. So the next coming panel, at the end of the door rail, there will be a little hole so that the hole would fit right into this protruding pin. And the function of this pin is to let the glass panels go into one straight alignment, so the door doesn't get slanted and all. It's straight. All right. So last sliding panel. Okay, turn it out and fit into the protruding pin and we lock it. All right, so the last step of it is to close up the swing door and we are done. Okay, that's how we close up the SS100. So now I would like to show you some close-up of the hardware that we have briefly mentioned just now. So on hand, I have this top door rail. This is a top door rail, okay? As you can see, one top door rail, okay, this is the glass. Imagine this is a glass. This is the top door rail. And every top door rail would have 2 rollers for the SS100 slide and stack, okay? One door rail with 2 rollers. These rollers are specially made so they could only fit our system and our track. Okay, and the height of this door rail is 100 mm. That's about 10 cm. 100 mm. Okay, this is the height, and the width is about 34 mm. That's about 3.5 cm. Okay, the height and the width. And you can also see that there are black color brush seal over here. This black brush seal, its main function is to block out dust, because for glass, right, there would definitely be gaps. So between the roller, the track, and the door rail, there would be gaps in between. And so some people would worry about dust coming in or leakage of aircon. So with this brush seal, it can block it out to a certain extent. All right. This is a top door rail of SS100. So now let me show you another hardware, which is what we mention a lot when we demonstrate the door. It is this is a bottom rail. This is a bottom rail of SS100. And you can see that there is a lock, okay? And you can also see that there is this 7-pin. This is called a 7-pin latch. Okay, so if you imagine this is a moving panel, it moves and it reaches its correct position. We want to lock this moving panel, we would push the latch down. Okay, so this would be latched to the ground. And then there is another coming panel, right? So at another coming panel, at the end of its rail, at its end cap, there would be this small little hole. As you can see here, there will be this small little hole over here. And it will go into this protruding pin to fit in, okay? The rail will come and it will fit into this protruding pin. This function is to align the panels, to keep the panels in a straight alignment, okay? So this is our 7-pin. It's very easy to operate. Basically, you could also use your feet to push it down. You don't even have to bend down. Okay? All right, so now we are done with SS100. I'd like to show you SF100, slide and fold. So to show you the demonstration of slide and fold, we would need to move the camera. So to get the camera ready, we'll now share with you a photo of what SF100 looks like, right? So now you can see on screen, there's this SF100. Our SF100 is basically the heavy-duty version of previously we talked about SF20 and SF50. Okay, this SF100 is a more heavy-duty version of it. As the name suggests, 100, it means that this system, they could hold panel up to 100 kg. It's relatively heavy for glass. Okay, so this SF100 system, it doesn't require a parking bay, unlike SS100. SS100, as you can see, there are parking bay, like a H parking bay or F parking bay on top. But for this SF100, it doesn't require any parking bay. It just needs to have space enough for the glass to rest at. All right. And let me now show you, I will demonstrate to you how we operate this SF100. So this is a SF100 slide and fold system, all right? This is now open, and so I will close it up and show you how we do it. A slide and fold system would have one roller to every 2 panels. So every 2 panels, you will have one roller attached to the top rail, okay? And it's because of this reason, the odd panel system would have a swing door. So for this system here, we have 1, 2, and 3 panels, right? So at the 3rd panel, which is the odd panel, it is actually a swing door, right? Even panel would not be able to have a swing door. Only odd panel system, like 3 panels and 5 panel system, you could actually, 7 panels as well, you can have a swing door at the end, all right? So for SF100, how do we lock it? How do we secure it? We also do it by having latches on the bottom rail. It's a thumb latch. We just have to lock it down to the ground. Okay, and then close up the swing door. Okay, so now this system is being closed, secured to the ground and closed. All right, now let me demonstrate to you how we open it. Opening it is as simple. We would just need to open up the door, lift up all the latches, and we push the panel bit by bit, just like every bifolding door. This system may look very sturdy and heavy and bulky, but actually it's very smooth to operate. It's very easy to push. Any small sized girl like me can push it, you see? It's really easy to operate. Okay? Now let me show you the close-up of our SF100 hardware. So for SF100 slide and fold, like all kinds of slide and fold system, panels and panels, they are hinged together. So this one you see with me are two door rails hinged together using our SF100 special hinge. If you can see. This is our hinge for SF100. For SF100, our maximum glass thickness is 15.52 mm, 15.52. Okay, if you can see. All right, so this is the SF100 bottom rail. It's the same, you can have a lock inserted, and also you could also have, like what I mentioned just now, a thumb latch. This is a thumb latch and it is used to secure glass panels. Thumb latch can also be used in SS100. It's like that. You just have to push it down and it will be able to lock into the ground. Okay? It's very easy to operate. You can also use a toe to just push it down. You don't even have to kneel down, so it's very convenient. All right? Okay, so in any case you think that this SS100 and SF100 door rail is very thick, okay, because this is 10 cm, this is 100 mm in height, maybe it might look a bit bulky to you or your client. So if you want something more elegant, something shorter, we have a new hardware in our inventory, which is the door rail 80, DR80. So as a comparison, you can see this is DR80, okay? If you can see, this is DR80, and this is DR100. So if you take a closer look, you can see that it is shorter and doesn't look so bulky if you compare, okay? Yep. So on my right-hand side, it's DR100, and on the left-hand side, it's DR80. So the door rail is slightly shorter, so it doesn't look so bulky and not so heavy looking. We have this door rail new. It can be done into SS100, the slide and stack, or you can also do it in slide and fold. So all the hardware are the same, like the 7-pin. Okay, you can also insert 7-pin here. This is a thumb latch, okay, thumb latch, and also a lock. So basically anything that you do with the SS100, this 80 cm door rail can do as well. Okay. So for this, both this system, SS100 and SF100, slide and stack, slide and fold, movable glass partitions, we actually also do provide installation service for our local customers as an value-added service. So if you are interested in installing or just to know more about it, you can actually come to us for a non-obligation consultation, and we'll be able to advise you more on how you could work with your system. So this system is actually very highly in demand, no matter commercial or in residential, in shopping malls. So we have actually put in a lot of work and effort to do R&D for this system, especially its roller and the track, because these are the core items in this system to make sure that it can operate very smoothly. So our rollers and tracks, they have been sent to PSB tests, and it has went through 100,000 cycles of endurance tests. So meaning to say, these rollers, they are put onto 100 kg panel, and then they are being moved in and out for 100,000 cycles, and we have passed the test. So I can be very confident in saying that our system is very strong and very good. So we are probably one of the better fabricators of such system in the local industry. So if you would like to know anything about it, feel free to call us, okay? You can call us at 68539041, or you can WhatsApp us at 91118775, or alternatively, you could email us at sales@estron.com.sg, okay? So now we have come to the end of this product showcase. Today, this would be our last live session already. Moving forward, we would actually pre-record more product sharing so that we could share more about what we have in our inventory and what system, what's new. We would be uploading these videos onto our website or Facebook and Instagram. So when you're free and if you have some time and you want to know more about our products, you could go up to our website and take a look at them. All right. So I'm very happy to have you guys join me today again. My name is Yui, and thank you very much. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.